Hyperpigmentation, otherwise known as melasma or just dark spots on your skin, can be a real issue, and I know for sure because I have definitely dealt with it, and so many of you guys have asked how I got rid of my melasma, so I'm going to share the products I've used. Before I even talk about the products I've used, let's talk about what melasma or hyperpigmentation is. It's when your skin produces melanin, which is what gives it the skin color. If it produces an excess of it, and there are reasons that we'll talk about in a second, it then forms deposits, which turn into dark spots or melasma or hyperpigmentation, whatever it is that you want to call it. The two reasons why you even get hyperpigmentation are either hormones or inflammation. Inflammation can happen from either heat, sun exposure, picking your skin, or even over exfoliating your skin, because what you're doing is you're making it really sensitive. So when you think about like when your skin gets red, that is inflammation, and you don't want that because what you end up getting is hyperpigmentation. The easiest way to spot inflammation is when your skin gets red. Even if you get acne and you don't pick at it, you always get that redness from your acne. That is inflammation, and what you get afterwards is a dark spot. Picking at it makes it even worse. Another way that you can get inflammation is by heat. And a lot of people don't realize this, but if you go to like a hot yoga class or you put yourself in a situation where your skin overheats, you can actually get hyperpigmentation just from the heat that your body produces, because that creates inflammation. The other way that you can get hyperpigmentation is with hormones. And the main reasons are usually either pregnancy, birth control, or aging. So it's basically any time that your hormones just go out of whack. A lot of the time we call it melasma, and I think it's because we end up getting more of like a mask. So you can get kind of different types of hyperpigmentation. You can get dots, you can get big blotches, or you can get just a veil of melasma. And that's kind of what I got when I got pregnant, was this veil of melasma. My skin just looked really kind of like brownish. And so I had to work really hard to get rid of the melasma that I got. And that's why I want to share the types of products that you can use. But I will say, again, before we get into the products, that it takes time. So you've got all this hyperpigmentation that's been like dormant in your skin, and it kind of rises up to the top of your skin. So remember that you have to really work hard, and it takes a while to get rid of it. Anyone who says that you can get rid of your hyperpigmentation really quickly is lying to you, or they're gonna do something to your skin that might not be safe for it. So just keep that in mind. Some of the main ways that you can get rid of hyperpigmentation is to see a dermatologist or an esthetician and get actual treatments done, like chemical peels or laser treatments, but I always shy away from those things. To me personally, I feel like it's a little bit too intense to get those kinds of treatments done, only because I feel like I haven't had hyperpigmentation that really needs intense treatment, and it can be a balancing act. You have to be really careful with your skin when you're treating hyperpigmentation, because you can sometimes make it worse, and you don't want to do that. The key is to exfoliate. When you want to get rid of hyperpigmentation, you have to exfoliate, because you want to break down the different chunks. It's kind of like dark spots that have become like a chunk on your skin. So you want to start to break it up, and that's what exfoliation does. You're turning over the skin cells, which is what that is, and then get rid of it. If you watch my videos, I've talked about different ways to exfoliate your skin. There are two different main ways. One is chemical or physical exfoliation. I tend to go with a chemical exfoliation because that's like AHAs like lactic acid, glycolic acid, sometimes BHAs like salicylic acid as well. I tend to use that because I like to just slowly dissolve everything, whereas a physical exfoliator does exactly what it says. You know, it's like you put it on, it's usually a scrub, and you rub it into your skin, and it's like whisking away all of the dead skin cells. So you can use either type of exfoliator. All right, so I'm gonna start with a physical exfoliator because it seems to be what most people like. Whenever I ask people how they exfoliate, they tend to tell me that they use a physical exfoliator. So I wanna show you one that I like, that I think is safe for your skin, because if the scrub is too gritty, it can actually be dangerous for your skin. You might really feel like you're seeing results, but you might be creating micro tears that you can't actually see in your skin. And over time, that can actually dull your skin because you're creating itty bitty scars that you can't see, but over time it makes your skin look waxy almost, because it's not the same anymore. So you want to make sure you're being really gentle with your skin and not over exfoliating it. I like this one from Kiehl's. It's called the Epidermal Retexturizing Microdermabrasion. I tend to like microdermabrasion. A lot of people have a problem sometimes with like the suction of it, but I do like the tiny grains that you get with microdermabrasion, and this is very similar. So they use what they call micronized shells. I know that sounds like it's really intense, but it's not. These grains are itty bitty, and they're very gentle and smooth on your skin when you use it. The way I like to use it is I put a little dollop into my fingertips. So I rub it around for about 30 seconds, and then I rinse it off, and my skin feels super smooth smooth. It feels like it got polished essentially, and it's ready for my next skincare product. A chemical exfoliator that I like and that I've talked about here on my channel is this Drunk Elephant TLC Sakari Baby Facial. It has a really nice mix of AHAs and BHAs. It has 25% alpha hydroxy acids, or AHAs. Those are glycolic acid, lactic acid, and tartaric acid. And then the 2% BHAs, which is beta hydroxy acid, is salicylic acid. So the way that this works is you put it onto your fingertips. I like to put it on like a serum or maybe even like a mask, and then I leave it on for 20 minutes, and then I just rinse it off and my skin is ready to go. One note about Baby Facial is that it is really strong, so it will tingle on your skin a little bit. If you have sensitive skin or you haven't exfoliated in a while, then you should definitely do a little patch test to see how it's gonna react on your skin, and just make sure that it's not too strong for you. I like chemical exfoliators because I feel like you can use them a little bit more. I wouldn't use them too often, maybe like 2 to 3 times a week, but I do feel like they're a little bit more gentle for my skin type. That said, everyone is different, so you should really kind of play around with the exfoliators because, like I said before, if you have hyperpigmentation, exfoliating is key. Anytime that you have hyperpigmentation, you want to also have a treatment serum for it. That does not include your vitamin C's, your retinols, your exfoliators, none of that stuff. Those are not your treatments. Your treatment is a pigment gel that is focused on getting rid of the actual pigment of your skin. That's why I like this one from PCA Skin. This is their pigment gel. It's hydroquinone essentially. Everyone in the beauty industry knows that hydroquinone is meant to kind of like bleach your skin essentially. So it's lightening your skin, and you only want to use it in places where you actually have pigmentation you want to get rid of. So this is a spot treatment. You apply it in the morning or at night, and you put it exactly where you have issues. So like any place where you have like a big blotch or something, you apply it there and then you let it soak in. Then you can apply all of your other products, your skincare products on top of it. But you always want to use something like this that's actually targeting the pigment. That's gonna speed up getting rid of that darkness in your skin. I didn't use this right away after I had a baby because I was breastfeeding, and so hydroquinone can actually be bad for breastfeeding or if you're pregnant. They always say don't use it, and you know, nobody really knows exact reasons why. They've never really tested it on pregnant women because they can't, but it could cause problems, and so they always tell you not to use hydroquinone, and they also say don't use retinol, so you got to be really careful with the ingredients that you're using while you're pregnant or breastfeeding. If you do want to start to work on your skin right away though, they do have this pigment gel that's hydroquinone free. It just takes a little longer for it to kick in and really work, whereas hydroquinone works a lot faster. Now let's talk about prevention of hyperpigmentation, because this becomes a very big and important part of your skincare routine when you're trying to get rid of your hyperpigmentation. Because if you're not preventing the hyperpigmentation, it just keeps adding on, and it almost seems like you're just not even getting rid of it. So there's a little bit of a tug of war that's happening when you're fighting your hyperpigmentation. You're preventing it, and then you're trying to get rid of it. That way you end up with nothing. So the 2 products that you need to prevent hyperpigmentation are sunscreen and vitamin C. They're so important. I talk about vitamin C all the time. Sunscreen will help stop the inflammation that you get from things like sun exposure, which is the main reason why people get hyperpigmentation. And then the vitamin C will also help with that inflammation. It actually helps to block free radicals, but it also brightens your skin and it really prevents that melanin production. This is my absolute favorite vitamin C. I talk about it all the time. It's the Sunday Riley CEO Rapid Flash Brightening Serum. It is so good. It has 15% vitamin C in it. It's a non-SPF vitamin C. I like to wear all of my ingredients kind of in their own category. Like I wear a separate SPF and I wear a separate vitamin C, use a separate retinol. You guys get the picture. Anyway, I love this stuff. It has a vitamin C ester in it, and it really brightens your skin. It feels like a lightweight moisturizer, and I don't know, it just seems to do something really great for my skin. Like every time I wear it, I feel like my skin just looks brighter instantly. I recently found out it has glycolic acid in it also, which is an AHA, so it's working double time for you. It's fighting your hyperpigmentation with that vitamin C, but it's also exfoliating your skin and really turning over your skin cells. So this one is amazing. It's a little bit pricey, but I love it, and I go through bottles of it. I always have a new bottle of this stuff, and I don't know, I feel like it's a holy grail product because I just love it so much. You can use this morning and night. I tend to use it every single morning, but at night there are times when I skip retinol, which I'll talk to you about in just a little bit. But when I'm not using retinol, which is usually my serum at night, then I use this stuff. And I really do just feel like I see such a huge difference in the brightness and the texture of my skin. It just looks so nice. I love this stuff. I always tell people you should wear a vitamin C and then put your sunscreen on, because together they really work hard to protect your skin and prevent that hyperpigmentation and just damage in general from any pollution, free radicals, or the sun. Together, they just work double time, and it's so great to have both on your skin. But you can also buy a moisturizer that's an SPF and has vitamin C in it. That's this one from Perricone. It's the Vitamin C Ester Photo Brightening Moisturizer. This stuff feels so good. I love the Perricone Vitamin C Ester on its own. It's a really good vitamin C, but when you mix it all together with this one, it's so awesome. You always want to find an SPF that has at least 30 in it. This one does. A lot of people also mention that SPFs to them always make them break out, and I understand that because they can clog your pores a lot. This one is actually oil-free and it absorbs really, really quickly, so it feels nice on your skin instead of clogging your pores. The last product everybody needs in their skincare routine, and actually this is even if you don't have hyperpigmentation, you have to have a retinol in your skincare routine. It's great for anti-aging, but it's absolutely amazing for hyperpigmentation. Retinol is one of the only proven ingredients in the anti-aging industry to really boost collagen production, which is what makes your skin look youthful and, you know, just like dewy and plump. It also speeds skin cell turnover, which is super important because just like the exfoliation, you want to make sure your skin is really getting that boost in it. As we age, our skin just doesn't produce as fast as it used to, so you want to make sure you do that, especially if you're trying to get rid of your hyperpigmentation. One that I've been talking about lately is this one. It's by Liliana Naturals. It's called Retinol Cream, very simple. But what I like about this is it has tons of reviews about not making your skin very sensitive or dry or peely. That's something that people complain about a lot when it comes to retinol. This one has great reviews, and people with sensitive skin say that they absolutely love it. It's also only about 20 bucks, so it's a really great price, and it's really strong. It actually is supposed to have like the same efficacy of a prescription strength retinol, so it works really well, and it also has other ingredients in it like hyaluronic acid and jojoba oil and shea butter to really protect and moisturize your skin, so it just makes it feel really nice. The way that you use a retinol is you want to alternate it every other night. So you want to put it on one night, then the next night I usually go with my vitamin C serum because it feels like a moisturizer anyway. And then the following night you put on your retinol and so on. So you're basically going every other night, putting on your retinol. Some people I know put it on for like 5 days straight and then take 2 days off. So you can kind of come up with your own schedule of how you want to use your retinol, but don't use it every single night unless your skin can really, really take it. And that isn't most people. Like most people usually need to do a little bit of a break with retinol so they don't overly sensitize their skin. Retinol will make your skin look so smooth and beautiful. So those are the basic products you need in your skincare routine to fight hyperpigmentation. I wish I had a really quick solution for you, but really, like I said, it takes a while to get hyperpigmentation, so it takes a while to get rid of it. And you have to really be careful with your skin because if you have hyperpigmentation, it means you're probably really prone to it. So be very, very careful. Your skin is sensitive, it really is. Watch all the things that you're doing, watch your diet, get the right products, and I promise your skin will eventually get rid of that hyperpigmentation if you really take care of it. I hope you guys like this video. I'm trying to be a little bit more casual with you and just tell you my thoughts and the things that I know about skincare. So tell me in the comments what you use, what you've done for hyperpigmentation. Give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.